Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. And it's football weekend. The Buckeyes are kicking butt, and the evening games were pretty good, too. So it's been a good weekend of football so far. I'm reluctant to acknowledge the NFL because the Thursday game we've gotten has brought up a lot of dialogue, as the Browns just finished a weekend being straight up embarrassed by the Steelers.
Absolutely dog walked.
That play straight up perfectly illustrates what we're dealing with. And I love the announcers in that are like, but it's a perfectly on target pass. You're like,
It's a
nothing's
perfectly
perfect.
on target dog walk. Thank you.
So the other side to this is we were using a rookie quarterback. Of course, Browns legend Joe Flacco was traded to the Steelers, and that caught some wind across the league too. Like a legendary, likely Hall of Fame coach like Mike Tomlin is sitting here scratching his head going, this isn't a move I would ever do.
To be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
Dude, the way you said Andrew Berry must be smarter than us is like, okay, Queen, throw a little zest at him. One of what's funniest too is like, look at Mike Tomlin's face, right? Like, that's a man who knows. That's a man who knows like what was possibly coming his way.
You know what stood out to me the most with that comment? Mike Tomlin doesn't really get into this stuff. He really doesn't. He's a very kind of reserved coach, keeps it close to the chest. Mm-hmm. And that's it, because he knows what works and he doesn't really need to share much more than that. I speak through my performance. And yet he had something to say here. That should tell you how outrageous of a move that is. Especially, I understand the lines of competition are a lot more blurred than they were in like 1980 and 1990 and earlier, where, you know, you didn't jersey swap. You actually hated the other team, especially rivals. You know, Mike Tomlin's of that age. He's a guy that kind of respects old football, has adapted to new football, but still, a division rival's a division rival. That is an outrageous move. And so how does it play out, you ask? Oh, Cleveland Browns legend and definitely should be considered a Hall of Famer, Joe Flacco, tore up the Steelers. Just threading needles. But here's something that I do need to exclaim, at least at the onslaught of this consideration. You know, a lot of people are jumping to what this says about the Browns and their offense. One thing that needs to be acknowledged, the Bengals have the two best wide receivers in the league, at least definitely one. And their wide receiver two definitely outperforms the Jerry Jeudy we're trying to fit into a wide receiver one slot. So
T. Higgins is definitely a better high-end number two than Jerry Jeudy would be as a number two as well.
1,000%. Dude, T. Higgins could be a wide receiver one at another team.
Yeah.
But he's behind the greatest in the league, Jamar Chase. So, again, let's acknowledge for the fantasy owners that have had Jamar Chase as their first pick of the season, it's been a rough season for him as a fantasy team player, because he hasn't had somebody to get him the ball. When you lose Joe Burrow, first off, Joe Burrow's slow out the gate because the line's struggling, the offensive coordination really isn't there, and then he gets hurt. There's no one there to get him the ball. And it's amazing as soon as you do.
Happy crowd of Bengals fans. 33-31
lovely
victory over the Steelers. And if you can't hear it, the shout is...
That's our regime.
Yeah, that's the regime. Literally.
This is Cincinnati, by the way.
Right.
This isn't like thanking us for helping them get into the playoffs, like knocking off a divisional opponent or somebody like in the last week. This is simply thank you for being super incompetent. Thank you for being you.
Yeah, thank you for being you. And here's the sad part on top of it. on top of it all, of the division teams, the Bengals do well. They've seen themselves in the postseason. They've seen themselves in the Super Bowl, at least more recent than the Steelers. And yet we have their number. They have a hard time beating us. We are one of their tougher teams. We have the better record against them, especially of recent. And we just gave them their life back.
Yep. Yeah. For a 5th round pick.
For a 5th round pick.
And everybody's telling me, they're like, oh, dude, but like that 5th round, it's like, stop.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. Will, wake up. The 5th round gives you a Shadur Sanders, brother.
How could I forget?
To be hostile confines, and now they're cheering "Let's go Flacco" as you're heading down the final drive. How did that feel for you? For them to kind of turn the key so quickly to support you?
Yeah, well, listen, I turn it quickly. They turn it quickly. You're in it. Like I feel like that's what fans do. They want their football team to win. And it just so happens that I'm the guy right now that's behind the center. Like, I honestly never really loved coming here and playing. Now, that was unbelievable tonight, and Cincinnati would kind of put it on us, I feel like, most of my career, especially when we came here. So I didn't necessarily love here. But now I get to have a new perspective, at least for tonight. And the fans, even just around town, they've been great. Saying what's up or whatever. So they're obviously very quick to forget and happy to, that we're going through this, and so am I.
They're quick to forget.
Dude, he very kindly said, I used to hate playing in this shithole, but tonight it was kind of cool.
You know what? I wish I had the clip, but there's a moment when Flacco at the end of the game grabs Aaron Rodgers, and they share a moment of like, good luck, enjoy the last lap here,
kind of like, look at this.
I didn't realize that Joe Flacco had never beaten Aaron Rodgers. He's like, I think this is the first time I ever got you.
Yeah.
And the look on Aaron Rodgers' face.
I know. You know what? We're hard on Rodgers, but like, one, he played a really good game.
Yeah, I did.
But like, two, I really did like that moment between them at the end where it's like, again, like you mentioned, like Tomlin, like they're part of that old guard and they're like the last 2 in the league. And for them to kind of have like a Thursday night epic shootout, like that was pretty cool to watch.
Right. And so again, I love kind of today's dialogue surrounding kind of the mesh of this division, because I do like to believe our division is one of the higher competition divisions, and there's always this ebb and flow of strength. Steelers are always going to be rock solid. Ravens are always going to be rock solid. Bengals, they will crumble into a position, like they will stumble into a position of being a strong team. Like even when they're hobbling, they're still strong. And we, no matter how shitty we are going to make you earn it. That's the funny part, no matter how we are that bad. But I love, I don't know if you've seen, Joe Hayden has gotten into the kind of the podcasting space, and he's such just a good human, the way he takes care of communities, love him literally. Really he does a great job. The person he's doing the podcast with is a Steelers player,
James Harrison.
So they have this banter where, one, for marketing purposes, like a good LeBron, he knows that he needs to keep the Cleveland market in love with him. So part of the banter is that Joe Hayden won't commit to one over the other. He supports them both. So a silver lining to that is he can give strong perspective of the two experiences.
Coach Tomlin were coaching the Browns, they would not ever be in this situation. They would not be losing these games. He would keep them at least 500 every season, because it's the voice, it's the leader, it's the man that's coming in that joint, and it's accountability. He's not going to let you give me no damn excuses of why you aren't executing on film. There's a job to be done. You're going to do it. And if you don't, he's going to get somebody else in there that's going to do the job, that the standard is the standard. If you're not balling, it doesn't matter. If you're not doing your job, nobody's listening to you. You know what I'm saying? So the accountability to the coach of like, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's rocking. There's no gray around here. I'm the buck. The buck stops with me, because I would just say my experience in Pittsburgh, there's only one buck. There's Coach T, and it is what it is. And you know what he know he's going to come in that team meeting. He's going to give you that. He's going to make you want to come fight for him, and he's going to keep it real with you. He's going to make sure everything you do, like, he's not just going to give you leeway. Like, The standard is the standard. The tape, honest guy don't lie. He's going to tell me, Joe, no, that's bullshit right there. And I'm like, as a man, oh yeah, right. I got to get right.
So what's also interesting is that he has appreciation for the two different programs for two different reasons. So he has an infatuation for Cleveland, for the people and the fans that surround it, and the Steelers is for their program. And to be able to see what a strong program is, like, I don't really know if Miles can give a good idea of what a great program looks like because he's never experienced it. I'm sure he could see where things could be better, but I don't think he really knows why the Patriots in 2010 just sung the way they did. Someone like Joe Hayden gets to see this wouldn't fly, and it is the voice in the locker room. I mean, if this is the voice you have to hang on every loss.
And coach our best when it matters. I need to do a better job. It's my responsibility to get it fixed. It's my responsibility. Out-coach now. They out-coached us in every phase. We didn't do a good enough job as coaches. We're just not doing a good enough job, and that starts with me. That's coaching. That's on me, bottom line. Yeah, again, that's...
Dude, I think he's AI.
Put that right on me.
We just have to be better.
That's how he was able to coach from his basement. Like Joe
That's
Biden.
on me. Many sacks is that's on me.
It's all of us, me. That's on me because everything that happens on that field is my responsibility, everything. I need to own a large part of that, and that falls squarely on me. Again, nobody's fault but my own. I didn't put our guys in position to succeed.
It's coaches. It's all of us. We have to be better.
Whoa.
It is 100% me. I got to put the guys in position.
Ultimately, I got to give him better stuff, and ultimately that's on me. And I got to give those guys better plays. Really, that's my responsibility. We got to look at the plan that we gave the guys.
We have to coach better. Again, I look inward and wonder what I can do better.
What can you?
It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. It's frustrating. Frustrating. It's frustrating. Frustrated. Frustrated.
Are you frustrated?
Very, very frustrating.
Are you
Really frustrating. Frustrated.
This man's insane. This man.
I don't overreact,
But
we can officially retire the sentence. Stefanski is a two-time coach of the year. This guy's a certified dipshit. Never in my life did I think I would rather watch that lunatic Ken Dorsey call than what I'm currently watching. Brown's got a lot going on. Good luck over there, team. Thank you to everybody who tweeted along.
Dude, it's a shit show.
It's what you and I have been saying for like 2 years now. Like,
Yep.
and you've completely seen the public turn. And these next few weeks could really make or break if he still has a job. And here's the thing: I am at a point. I do not care if he finishes out the year or not. I just don't want him coaching next year.
Right.
I don't even want Barry back next year. Let these two,
That's the bigger. Yep.
like let these two finish out the year because it's not getting better. You're not having like a midseason magic pick me up. It seems like the Bengals are the team that get to have that this year.
But in lieu of that, Joe Flacco still got it.
Joe
he
Flacco.
dumps one on the
fever.
Squealers, and that's a good weekend.
Dude, he looks like the best Midwest dad to just be out there slinging the rock, and I love it every week.
What a lucky family. What a lucky family. Anyway, transitioning before we get into our review and our predictions for today's beautiful Sunday, I do want to highlight a clip that came from this weekend's football. I think it was actually last Saturday. But Colorado won, and there was a few hiccups with some students as they went to storm the field.
Oh, jeez. Ooh.
Help! Dude, the way it turns into help.
Dude, he looks terrified.
Wouldn't you? It
Yeah.
turned into like fun, like banter. We're getting crazy to, oh my God, I'm trapped.
Oh my
I
God.
might die here.
Oh my God, we're gonna storm the field. Literally blindsided.
Hey, so what a way to wrap the weekend. Let's get into our picks because then we have to join. Yeah, let's go into our review and then we'll get into our parlay picks this week. Poor Will and I have to chug our ices for you. Nothing but perfect, beautiful ices for breakfast on a Sunday. But that's what we deserve and get for motivating us to earn you money. Anyway, reviewing this week's football schedule. Thursday night was something to be seen. I hope you got to check it out.
You had to be there.
It was a great game. Great game. Looking at this morning, currently, of course, we're not live. It's about 8:45. So we got about 45 minutes until the Jags take on the Rams. Jags, the way they delivered against the Chiefs, I got to root for the Rams because they're our first round draft pick. But dang, I think they're going to win.
I'm gonna go with the Rams too.
Woo!
did a real bait and switch there, didn't you? Boy, those Jags look really good against Kansas City. I'm going LA.
They can't win, man. They're our first round draft pick. Stop winning. The 1 year I'm rooting against them. I don't care how we do. My happiness will come from the Jags losing, and that's why they're succeeding.
I know.
Let's get to our 1:00 games now. The Saints and the Bears. I think the Bears are going to have an easy one with this, but the Saints are going to put some numbers up. I really do think so.
Yeah. Say with me. I'm going with the Bears.
Bears.
The Bears. That's where I'm going with.
The poopiest game of the morning that I'll be at.
I would hate to be at that game, man. I hear it's supposed to rain.
It's going to be
supposed to rain. It's supposed to be a little windy.
I was like, Dad, let's eat the tickets. 60-mile-per-hour winds. And somehow I'll be there. So, Dolphins, Browns.
I'm going with the Clowns.
I want the Dolphins to win just so maybe I could wake up on a beautiful Monday morning to a fired Stefanski. Otherwise, if we win, that's okay too.
Dude, he still might beat him and get fired.
That's true. What I would like to do is see another tearful press conference with Tua, though. That man seems so confused every time you put a microphone in front of him.
Dude, they look so.
There was like
I actually am surprised. I don't feel. I'm like, wow. For once, again both coaches on a hot seat, both teams like down the barrel. But like, boy, I'm so glad we're not in that position, man. It looks so bad there.
It does. Taking a look now at the Raiders and the Chiefs, this is, I think, an easy game for the Chiefs to get their feet back up under them and go above 500 finally.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs look really good at this point. I think they're going to be just fine. I think they're winning.
Yep. Eagles, Vikings. I think the Eagles, I don't know what's kind of mucked them up the last couple of weeks, but I think they're going to win this one. The Vikings will not make it easy for them, though.
Yeah, I don't see Eagles losing 3 in a row, so I'm going to go with them.
Panthers, Jets.
God, this game looks awful.
I really want the Jets to win just because, man, morale's got to be tough over there.
They're not. They're dude.
It's going to be the Panthers,
their coaching
clearly.
Is bad.
Isn't it?
Yeah, like it's really bad. I'll go with Carolina. There's like competence there.
Patriots, Titans.
This is an easy one.
Yeah, the Titans just fired their coach, didn't they?
Yeah, Callahan.
So yeah, Patriots are going to smoke them.
Patriots are going to win.
Now we're getting to the 4:00 games, looking at the Giants and the Broncos. Broncos are going to kick them.
Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to win, but I do love some Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo.
I know. They did look good the last 2 weeks.
They bring a sort of energy to it.
And it being a 4:00 game, I think their energy will be there. So it won't be easy for the Broncos, but this is the game. This is the Broncos game to lose.
Yeah.
Are the Chargers wearing old uniforms today or something? What's with that logo?
I would assume if they are. Yeah, I would assume.
I like that. Chargers, Colts. I think the Chargers I'm rooting for, but the Colts are going to be the better team. I can't believe how strong of a team. Now it's time. Indiana Jones, time to admit it.
Yeah.
You got to admit it.
Yeah.
They're there, dude.
And that's the thing. I do think the Chargers at home are going to win this. I do think so.
That's fair. Admittedly, undisputedly, you're looking at 2 postseason strong teams.
Oh, yeah. You're looking at 2 possible division winners right there.
Looking at the Packers and the Cardinals, I think this is going to be a closer game than the Packers would like it to be, and I think the Cardinals have a strong chance of coming out ahead, but the Packers are the better team.
I'm going with the Packers. I think the Cardinals are playing Jacoby Brissett again, so I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Those are rough. Those are rough numbers. Let me tell you personally.
Oh boy.
Commanders, Cowboys.
This honestly, I think it'd be really a fun game.
It's going to be a good game. This is probably we got 2 good 4:00 games. I think all of them will be close, but I think I'm going to go with the Commanders. I think this is going to put them above 500.
I'll go with Washington as well.
Oh, Falcons, 49ers. I think I'm looking at the 49ers.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at the
by a
49ers
lot.
Also, I think it'll be tighter than we think.
Yeah,
I honestly do.
I think you're right. Looking at our Monday games, I love having these 2 games. Now, I don't love the second game starting at 10 p.m., but, we all can't have our way. Buccaneers, Lions, this is going to be a great game. Buccaneers are going to deliver. That's my belief. Lions aren't going to be an easy team to beat, but the Buccaneers are going to snuff them out.
Yeah, this Sunday morning review is slowly turned into a Buccaneers backing podcast, so we're going to go with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, you'll see it again here coming up with our picks. So ESPN's, you catch it at 10 p.m. Texas and the Seahawks. I love seeing me some late night Chubb, and I
love a late night show.
It's perfect. Seahawks are the better team. Seahawks should win, but don't count a Chubb out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Teams on the bye. Ooh, 2 good teams that we don't get to see this week. Anyway, let's get into our parlay picks of the week. The whole purpose of the parlay picks is to make you money. Wilbur, you got to get over here. Pain and suffering. See, this is not only for your entertainment, but to ensure that we bring home the W for you. So, here's our race to our punishment. Oh, wait, real quick. Why are we doing this? Because last week our picks were, and we lost. What a shame. Dougie doesn't have to worry about it. He's the one that brought you the victory. Happy breakfast. Yeah. These are the worst.
I did better that time for me.
Yeah, you did. Much. Will's catching a hang of it.
I think I am.
This is the one thing you don't want to have practice at in life when we're becoming pros.
I feel like I really sucked that one back. Pause.
Pause. All right, let's get on to our picks this week. Do you see?
By the way, folks, it's 9 a.m. when we just did this.
Yep. We take on this pain for your entertainment because we need to get you. We got to make you money. So this week, I think we're doing a good job of ensuring that fact. Starting off with a DeAndre Swift 50-plus rushing yards, and then we're going to be, poor Doug's going to have to, he's going to be crying. We're going to be waiting until Monday. We've got 50-plus rushing yards by Jahmyr Gibbs and 15-plus rushing yards by the MVP, Baker Mayfield. So we appreciate you guys joining us. Jump in on that so you could get some money with us. Otherwise, I hope you had some fun waking up in the morning, tinkering with your fantasy team and getting prepared for a full day of football. We appreciate you guys joining us. We're here every Sunday, so be sure, if we made you laugh or you enjoyed this morning, be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss us in the future. And for one central place where you can find all this great content, head on over to our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. But otherwise, we appreciate you joining us, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.